No, this is not a clickbait video. So I want to tell the story about how I almost got myself fucking killed yesterday riding a bike, a scooter. So I'm in Thailand, in Koh Samui, and I figured the best way to get around is hiring a scooter and, just having that flexibility to get around the island more efficiently. Whether that is to go to the gym, buy groceries, whatever it is, just explore as a whole, right? And I had just rented the scooter and I needed to fill up with gas, so I took it out for the evening. It was late, it was dark, and mind you, I've never ridden a bike before. I've never ever been on a moped before. Obviously, I've ridden a bicycle, but I'm not talking about bicycles. I'm talking about a motorbike or a moped, scooter, whatever you want to call it, right? And I didn't know how powerful the accelerator was. I underestimated it. I thought that you had to really turn that shit for it to accelerate forward quickly. So I got to the crossing and I was gonna drive out on the left lane. And as I drove out, I kind of turned and twisted the accelerator quite aggressively, all the way. I didn't do it mildly. I didn't just kind of go into it softly to get the bike to move forward a little bit and then, drive into my lane. I actually fucking, turned that shit all the way, and that launched me into the road. Thankfully, I looked, once I did it, I knew there were no cars coming from either direction, so I was safe in that sense. But I launched myself into the road by turning the accelerator all the way down, and I just flew forward into the opposite lane. I was riding on the gravel of the other side of the lane, so all the way to the right, and the gravel that is on the right of that lane. And on the side was a little bit of a ditch, plants, trees, and all that. And I remember this moment, just accelerating and being on the opposite lane and being on the gravel at the side of the opposite lane. I was panicking. I was in that very moment, as I was riding the bike on the right side, on the opposite lane, I thought I was going to crash. I was so certain that this is going to be a crash. I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna injure myself severely. I might even fucking get into a severe accident where I go into where I collide with someone, on that opposite lane, which would be absolutely fucking detrimental. See, I've only been in Thailand for 2 weeks now, I think, and that would be the most detrimental thing if that would have happened. That would have been a horrible start to this trip in Thailand. So I remember it. I remember the very seconds as I was riding and, try to get control of the scooter on the opposite lane. I was fucking, panicking. I was like, whoa, what's going on? I was panicking and I didn't know what was going to happen. I was so certain I was going to crash. Eventually, seconds later, I was able to find control. I was able to kind of regain control of the bike. And then I was able to go into the right lane, the left lane, right? Why is my nose itching so much? That's so annoying. Anyways, I was able to go to the left lane again. And as I was going to the left lane, another guy passed me on the opposite side. And he kind of honked at me, understandably so, and yelled out at me in Thai, what the hell are you doing? Or whatever the hell he said. And yeah. And then from there on, I was able to kind of understand the scooter more and not underestimate the accelerator. So I got myself to the gas station and then just turned back and got home. And I remember when I was home, before going to bed, I was so grateful to, why is my nose itching? What I was trying to say is I was so grateful to be at home in my bed, not in the hospital, and not potentially being dead on the side of the road in Koh Samui, Thailand. I was actually at home in my bed and I was about to sleep, and I was so thankful. And I just thought to myself, I'm so grateful that I'm here right now, that nothing happened. I was able to gain control of the moped and go to the right side of the lane and kind of understand the vehicle that I was driving more and not underestimate the accelerator. So I was just grateful. I was just very grateful that nothing happened and I was able to come out of it unscathed, because it could have ended very, very, very poorly. I almost lost complete control of the bike. It just went full force. I underestimated the accelerator and I was driving on the opposite lane, and not just the opposite lane, the gravel. So it's very difficult to find stability there. And I was able to steer away, kind of find control again. I'm so happy I didn't collide with someone on the opposite lane. That would have been detrimental. I would have probably got myself killed. So yeah, I just wanted to make a video, talking about this. Such an insane experience. I didn't know what to expect getting on that bike. I've never ridden a moped before. So I knew I'd have to get used to it. I didn't know how aggressive the accelerator could be. So yeah, just like the lesson learned is just like I was super clumsy. And when you're riding a bike in any country, any foreign country or anywhere at all, please get to know the vehicle you're driving first, and don't be reckless. It's better to be on the defensive side than the offensive side. Don't get too cocky. Don't think you're the man already. Just drive carefully. Be extremely careful. Better to drive slowly than drive like a fucking maniac and get yourself killed, right? So be very, very careful when you do rent a bike in another country. Be very, very careful about how you're driving, and don't make the same mistake that I did. Like, actually ease into the accelerator, just twist it slightly. It will give you enough gas to accelerate forward in a slow pace, so you can gain control of the bike and enter a lane with ease and with safety. So don't do what I did. It was fucking awful, stupid as hell. And yeah, lesson learned. But yeah, that was my little short rant about how I almost got myself killed. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow, as always. Cheers.